Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a brand new video. Today it is Monday morning and I am just getting little Missy dressed for the day because after her next feed we are actually headed to the school to pick Zach up and take him to a hospital appointment. So he's got an appointment with cardiology today and he's having a 24-hour ECG. Now the last prolonged ECG that Zach had, they actually found an abnormal arrhythmia. Nothing's been picked up since, and as far as we know his heart is working as it should, but his cardiologist just wanted to do another test now that we're a little bit later down the line, just to make sure that that isn't still happening. So it's currently, what are you doing? Stretching. It's currently 10 to 11. I need to pick Zach up at 1:45. 1:45? Yeah, 1:45 because his appointment is at 1:45. Fingers crossed it is a quick appointment getting the probes fitted because we need to be back in time to collect Eli from school. I also need to pop into the bank on the way to the bus stop just to pay some money in, and then we'll be catching the bus to the hospital. Hi! It's fairly non-invasive. They literally just stick little tabs all over his chest. I think the only thing that's annoying is then you've got to have all of these tabs with wires connected to them and walk around like that. They usually put the monitor in like a little crossbody bag, and then Zach wears that as a crossbody bag just to keep all of the wires together and keep everything attached to him properly. As far as I'm aware, he can still go to school with it. I hope so, because that would mean him having a day off tomorrow, and the school really wouldn't like that. So fingers crossed he can still go to school tomorrow, just wearing the ECG, and I'm also hoping they will let me detach the probes myself and then take it back into the hospital, or at least wait until later in the evening to take it back, because I really don't want to have to pull him out of school to go back to the hospital just for them to take the tabs off. Fingers crossed they will just be okay with me going later. But we've just spent the morning just getting like all of our usual daily bits and bobs done, because I know we're going to be out this afternoon. Obviously Avery's not at nursery today because we have this appointment, which is a shame, but I do believe that the nursery are actually getting some of the training for the feeding tube today. Fingers crossed they still go in to do the theory with them. So I've just folded some washing, got the dishes done, and put a stew in the slow cooker, which is already smelling really nice. So I'm just going to brush little madam's hair, get her fed, and then we're going to go get your big brother from school, aren't we? Hey? And then we're going to catch the bus. Hey, you're going to catch the bus to the hospital? Yeah, but it's not your appointment this time. It makes a change, doesn't it? Yeah? Just got back from the hospital and we have about 20 minutes until we need to go and pick Eli from school. Zach was a trooper, he did really well. So what did it feel like, Zach, having all the stickers put on you?
As you see, it's very itchy and tickling right now.
Try not to scratch him, buddy. It's
Yeah.
itchy and tickly, but it doesn't hurt or anything, does it?
No, but it's cold.
Cold?
Yeah, when I put them on, it actually felt very cold.
So he's got to keep that on now for the next 24 hours, and we will be taking it off after school tomorrow, and then we will all be catching the bus up back to the hospital to drop off the machine, won't we?
Just to drop the machine off.
Yeah, but we did manage to hand in the prescription for your special toothpaste, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we can pick that up tomorrow as well. This little madam did very well as well, didn't you? You wore your splints in your shoes the entire way, didn't you? So they've given me a little kind of chart on a piece of paper, and I've basically just got to write down whenever Zach is asleep, like when he goes to sleep, when he wakes up, and when he's doing any kind of like exertive physical activity, like running around and stuff. So I might just make a note to the teacher and ask if she can let me know what times he goes out to play, because I know that Zach usually runs around and plays football and stuff with his friends, don't you, buddy?
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, that would definitely be something to mark down, but I don't anticipate this let's start that again. I don't anticipate this test showing anything bad. I think it's all kind of just ticking boxes and cross-checking and making sure that everything is still okay. Yeah. The weather is not too sure on what it's doing today. 1 minute it's not raining, then it's raining, then it's not raining, then it's raining. So it's been a little bit difficult trying to navigate that, hasn't it? Because Avery gets quite warm with the rain cover on. So if it's not raining, I'll take the rain cover off and put the blanket on, and when it starts to rain, I'll take the blanket off and put the rain cover on. So yeah, it's just been a little bit of a rotation of doing that. But yeah, home now, and yeah, they want it dropped off again by 5 tomorrow. Josh probably won't be home from work, so I mean, at least it doesn't disrupt Zach's school day, but it does mean that I've got to go with all the kids on the bus to take the machine back. So that's a little bit annoying, but we'll manage, won't we, Puds? It is the next day in the afternoon. I just figured I'd pop on now to check in since I am stuck. Little madam has fallen to sleep on my lap, bless her. So sorry about the tapping if you can hear that. By the way, I've just had a big bowl of pasta bake because me and the boys have to go and drop off the ECG monitor when I pick them up from school, and rather than me waste time this evening eating dinner, I'd rather just eat it now when I've actually got some free time, because evenings get busy. Avery did go to nursery this morning and she had a really nice time. She got on really well. Her one-to-one said that she'd been doing a lot of like reaching, which is really good. And I'm quite surprised that she managed it, to be honest, because she had a really bad night's sleep last night. It was the same as the night not long ago that I told you about. She just wouldn't settle, not until I think it was gone midnight when she actually settled. And then I remember waking up at about 3 in the morning, looked at the camera and she was awake. But then I checked over my alert messages on my phone of the camera, and there was no movement sort of within those 2 times, so I don't think she was awake that entire time. Otherwise she would have moved and the camera would have kind of taken a snapshot. But she had woken up again, and then she was quite perky again this morning at about 6:30, ready to get up and out of bed. So not the best night's sleep for either of us. So I'm really glad she's having a nap now, and I'm glad that it's a bit earlier in the day than her usual nap, because hopefully that means she'll go to sleep tonight and be tired enough to actually stay asleep. I'm really just keeping my fingers crossed that she's not getting sick because this is usually the way. When her sleep starts to get bad, she's usually sick a week or two later, so fingers crossed it's not that. But yeah, she's had a lovely day at nursery, and we are gonna just be popping to hospital after the school run. I've got to get the bus, which is annoying with all the kids, but Josh won't be home in time from work for me to be able to go on my own or take the car or anything, so we're just gonna get it done as soon as Zach finishes school. Pop into Boots on the way there should I say, because I've managed to get hold of the toothpaste that he's been prescribed by the dentist. It's just the Durafat fluoride toothpaste. When I took him to the dentist a couple of weeks ago, they prescribed it for him, but Eli's not old enough for that toothpaste yet. So yeah, that's it for today. Tomorrow, really looking forward to not having any appointments, and I think there's a couple of bits I would like to get done, but for now I'm just gonna enjoy my nice sleepy cuddles and yeah, wait until it's time for the school run. Morning guys, excuse the state of me. I look like crap, my chin is breaking out. I've got a friend right here where at certain angles makes me look like I've got a bit of a wonky chin, and I've been messing with it, and I know you shouldn't, and now I regret it. So I have Sudocrem rubbed into my chin right now in the effort to try and calm my skin down a little bit. Anyway, my job for right this second is I would like to go through Avery's wardrobe and see what doesn't really fit her anymore and take out any summery bits that won't fit her by summer. So probably a lot of the t-shirts and stuff that she was wearing this summer, a lot of them have shrunk. Thing is with Avery is she's long, so dresses usually are fine because she can wear them as tops the following year. T-shirts that were already kind of, you know, normal length to begin with are probably going to come up a little bit too short on her. So here are all of her clothes. This is just the stuff that's hanging. She's also got stuff in these drawers, but I'd say this is definitely a decent amount of clothes for a little girl. So I'm just going to go through, see what's not going to fit anymore, and set them aside for my friend who is pregnant with a little girl. So what have we got here? This little tracksuit. I'm not so sure. Legs look quite short. Yeah, so that probably is a bit too small for her now. Not so much the hoodie. I could probably get a few more wears out of that, but that is quite tight, and Avery doesn't tend to like things too tight on her waist, and since it's a set there's no point really in just keeping the hoodie, so that can go. She is getting some clothes for Christmas, so I'm not too worried about thinning her wardrobe out a little bit. Still new, that she can wear in the summer, that's fine for summer. This one I might hang on to until summer, that should be fine, that will fit her in summer. This one I think she can still get a bit more use out of. This t-shirt I remember getting a little bit too tight for Avery, so I will move that one to the side. The shorts though would probably still be okay for her next year, so I might just keep the shorts. Technically this wasn't actually a set, it was two different things in Primark that I found that happened to match perfectly, so I think I'll keep the shorts but get rid of the top. These are still fine for a bit longer. That's still new, that will fit next year. Aww. This little set was a gift from one of you guys and it's absolutely adorable. I think though the top might just be ever so slightly too snug. The shorts though, again, might still fit her next year, so I might just hang on to those because those would look quite nice with like just a white top or a little white vest or something. These are the t-shirts that I was kind of talking about. They're a little bit on the shorter side, so I know these probably won't fit Avery in the summertime. Just knowing how she grows in length, it will probably end up being a crop top by next summer, so those t-shirts can go. That's still fine, that's new. This one can probably go. I could use it as a top. It's a bit too short as a dress now, but just because the fabric isn't extremely stretchy, I don't want it to kind of fit her too snug. That's fine as a top, that's fine. That, keep that, keep that. That one can go. Keep, 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 mean, that's adorable, but I definitely think that's probably going to be a bit too short on Avery now. And I mean, I would get rid of this one, but because it's just a plain white top, it'd make quite a nice like layering piece under a thick cardigan or something, so I'll keep that one for now. Moving on to the bottom here, this one was actually my dress when I was little. I think it's age 2 to 3. Yeah, 2 to 3 years, so hopefully it won't be long before Avery fits into this, but it's like a little dress and petticoat. I mean, the petticoat's definitely seen better days. It's a little bit stained in places, but you don't see it much. You just kind of get the kind of kick up from it underneath, but really excited for Avery to fit into that one. Frozen dress still fits, that's new. These dresses will probably just make nice tops next summer. These two probably definitely don't fit as dresses anymore, but I might just hang on to them. I'll get rid of the vest because we don't really like vests that don't have zips these days. Definitely going to keep these two just until after the festive period, even if she just wears leggings underneath as nice tops. I do like a tartan dress at Christmas time, so I'll hang on to them just till after Christmas, and then they'll probably go as well. This one was actually a gift from the friend who these clothes are going to, so it's going back to the person that bought it. I loved Avery in this. This was her little Minnie Mouse dress. It came with ears and she wore it in Disney World, and it's so adorable and poofy, but I'm glad that it will be going back to my friend to get another use out of because it's really sweet. Kind of want to keep this one for a bit longer. This was her second birthday dress, but again with some nice white leggings that would still look quite nice. This one can go. This, I put this on Avery when we went out to see the Christmas lights, and I did notice it was a little bit snug on her, so I think that one can go. She does have another kind of thick cardigan anyway. Do you know, I don't actually think she's worn this one yet. No, she hasn't. I'm definitely going to have to change that though, because that is really, really sweet, and that should definitely fit her at the moment. This one again would probably make a nice top even when it's too short for her, so that can stay, that can stay. These two are quite similar in fabric, too short for dresses, but again because they are quite stretchy they would make nice tops, so I'm going to keep hold of those. That can stay, that can stay. In saying that, that is probably a little bit too short for Avery now as well. This is actually like a romper type thing, but I've got a feeling might be a bit too short for Avery now, so I think that one can go. I ended up with a pretty decent pile of stuff. I've just been through her like tights and vest drawer and things like that and got rid of anything that's too small there too, so yeah, I'll pop these to one side for my friend. Is it just me, or does Avery look a little bit like a chimney sweep this morning? She looks so cute and old-fashioned. She's just finished her feed. This is the little like, I don't even know what you'd call it. It's not quite dungarees, it's like trousers and braces that I bought Avery from Shein a little while ago. Finally actually getting it on her. And the little jumper is from Organic Zoo, but oh goodness, you look like a little chimney sweep. You look like you belong in Oliver Twist or something. So yeah, just finished her feed. This afternoon, well tomorrow should I say, I want to bake some gingerbread men for the boys' bake sale, or the boys' Christmas fair at school on Friday. So I think this afternoon I'm gonna quickly make the dough for that, and this evening we're off into town because it is the first late night shopping in town for Christmas, and their Santa parade is going to be on today. Now it's not a big parade, we saw it last year, and it's quite pathetic really, I'm not gonna lie, but it means the kids get to wave at Santa, and it's just something nice and festive to do, isn't it, Puds? I'd really like to see what all those little sheds look like when they're all done up properly, because I was in town last week and I saw them all being put up, so it'd be nice to get out of the house for a little bit this evening. What do you reckon, Pud? I just hope that she doesn't end up having a night like she did on Friday night, because I feel like being out so late kind of stimulated her a little bit too much, and then she was up most of the night. So fingers crossed that doesn't happen tonight. But we're gonna go watch Santa in the parade. Hi, you see Santa Claus. Morning guys, it is the next day. I've just dropped the boys off at school. Last day of November for us today, and we actually woke up to something really special this morning. When we woke up, it was snowing, which is really, really nice. Now, it didn't stick. I knew it wouldn't because it was quite wet outside, and it's kind of turned into more of a kind of sleety rain now. So it was quite short-lived, but it's always really exciting when you look out the window and you see snow, especially where I live here in the UK. So the boys got really, really excited. I mean, I'm hoping maybe if the temperature drops again this evening, maybe it might snow overnight, who knows. But what's also really exciting is that it's actually snowed before Christmas. Normally in the UK it will snow after Christmas, and by that point, you know, the festive feels have kind of gone away, and even though snow is still exciting, it's not quite as magical as when you see it before Christmas. So it was really, really nice to see that this morning. We had a nice evening yesterday. We saw the parade. Don't get me wrong, it was nothing special. It was quite short. I think by the time Josh had like nipped off to get a coffee and come back, the parade had kind of been and gone. But the kids enjoyed it. Avery seemed to really like the drums and the trumpets. It was quite cold last night though, so once we saw the parade we actually popped into Wetherspoons and had a hot chocolate. I don't think my mum had eaten, so she ordered some chips. The boys had some ice cream, and then Josh took the boys back, and me and my mum actually popped into M&S so that I could pick up the last few bits for Avery's kind of Christmas bundle. As you guys know, I'm kind of filling the rest of her stuff with clothes now, so I picked up the last few bits from M&S yesterday, and I'm really excited to show them to you. So the first thing I found was this little set. This gorgeous little like teddy bear jumper, and then it comes with these little ribbed leggings. I bought this in a size 2 to 3. I think I could have gone either way. I could have got 18 to 24 months or 2 to 3, but I just thought she's going to get more use out of the bigger size, and if it's a little bit baggy to start with, then never mind. This was £16, and they did actually have a really similar version to this in a beige, and it had a little pocket, and I was in love with the beige, and me and my mum were really debating it because I really liked the beige. I do like this colour, but I really liked the beige, but it was in the boy clothes section, and I know it shouldn't really matter. It definitely could have been unisex, and either way it doesn't really matter. If I like something, it doesn't really matter what section it comes from. But I think just seeing it in the boys section, it made me think to myself, I need to go for the pink. I can't pick Avery a Christmas present from the boys section at M&S. So I went with the pink one, and then I actually found this that was kind of bundled within a different outfit, and I thought it was perfect. It's this gorgeous little jumpsuit, and it's in this really nice kind of cheesecloth fabric. Now this is 18 to 24 months, but it is quite big. It's pretty big, so I definitely think Avery's going to take a little bit of time to grow into this one, but I thought it would make a really nice spring outfit. So it's quite lightweight, and what I liked about it is it has working buttons all down the front, so this is perfect for Avery's G-tube. And the last little outfit isn't quite as practical, but I absolutely fell in love with it and just couldn't leave it behind. It's another like little jumpsuit type situation, but in like a bit like a dungaree style, but this fabric's really soft. Now the only downside is there isn't really a whole lot of G-tube access here. However, it does have poppers down the legs, which I appreciate. I kind of wish that this was a top, but it's not. It is like a bodysuit. It has buttons at the bottom, but it's fine. I will put Avery in this and just take the extra effort to undo the poppers at the bottom to feed her, because of how much I actually love the outfit. The pattern is gorgeous, the colour is gorgeous, and I just think that she is going to look so sweet in this. Again, it's quite big. I bought this, I think, again in an 18 to 24, yeah. And I think all three of these were, I think, £16 as well. So this one was 16 as well, which is really good for children's clothes, especially from M&S, because they are a little bit nicer quality than other supermarkets. But I'd say the price point's probably really similar. So the legs are quite long on this one. I feel as though Avery will get some good use out of this, and I feel like this is going to be a nice outfit for winter, but then it will also be good for going into the spring months as well. I can always switch out the long sleeve top for like more of a t-shirt or just a normal vest that maybe I've sewed a zip into, which will kind of extend the seasons as well that this can be worn in. So those are the three things I picked up for Avery. I think that's probably the last of her Christmas presents from us now. I'm really happy with what we've got her. I also don't feel as though we've gone too overboard as well, which is nice. So yeah, yesterday evening was definitely a success. We were very, very tired when we got home though. It is time for me to crack on and make these gingerbread men for tomorrow. I'm going to try and get a few little snippets on my phone as well, because I'm actually doing a bit of an ad over on Instagram for a company. So I will cut to some B-roll here, but don't mind me if I'm also filming on my phone as well. So we can call it a little bit of a behind the scenes kind of thing. Well, my gingerbread men have definitely turned out to be gingerbread blobs. Yeah, it's the first time I tried that recipe, and I think maybe it's a bit off. I figured it was when it was so difficult to roll out. It was almost as though the dough had almost set before it had even chilled. So yeah, I'll be sending gingerbread blobs with the kids tomorrow to school for their bake sale. I'll be sure to leave a picture of what they look like when they're decorated. Hopefully I can make them look semi-decent. I mean, I've got to try one first, obviously, to make sure I can even send them in. They might be rock solid yet, so I don't think I'm going to be using that recipe again. Anyway, I'm going to close this vlog out here. Tomorrow is the 1st of December, so I really want to kind of capture the whole advent calendar thing. So I will be starting a new vlog, but I hope you have enjoyed spending a few days with us and coming to the Christmas parade. And also I hope that maybe me sharing Zach's ECG may be helpful or informative to some of you guys. It is really non-invasive. Zach was an absolute trooper. We used some of Avery's Appeal wipes, like their little kind of wipes that they use. We got them for Avery's NG tube when she had that. We used the Appeal wipes to get the sticky tabs off. Not gonna lie, we are struggling to get the kind of residue off of his skin, but I'm sure it will come off over the next few weeks the more he washes it off. But yeah, it was really non-invasive and he did really, really well. So we are just awaiting the results now. But again, I can't imagine there'd be anything wrong. I hope not anyway. But make sure you are subscribed if you would like to follow us along on our journey and see what we get up to over Christmas. And with that said, I'll see you guys in a few days with another video. Bye guys.